Hello, good morning. So this is the demonstration of the online charge I built. I posted about it yesterday. So before delving into how things are cooking behind, let me show you the architecture of the project. Uh, yeah, here. So this is a microservice architecture. So this tries to incorporate the same thing the Leetcode does in a microservices. So this is the overall architecture. I have built the overall architecture, but not I have not gone through the nitty-gritty of the each service. It has right now it has three services, but I have coupled some more responsibilities in a service, like you see in this service. Because for to run this on this project only, I need three server, right? And uh, decouple this service or this service or this service to align the single responsibility principle. I need more servers, but that is out of the scope of my current situation. So I can only take three servers right now because I have mm, in AWS I can spawn three free server. That's why I have coupled some things inside the container. But yeah, we can definitely decouple more if we have more servers. So the follow is something like this is the what service, and here we have a question database. That's just there is no authentication needed to see the questions. And when the user tries to submit a code, this is another service. This is code manager service. And what this service does that it takes the request from the uh, client side and process the data and publish in event to the message queue. So let's see that if this is the only this is the only way to submit a code. This is the code submit API, and this is an authenticated request. So it takes the data, information from the user database and forwards the request to this service that is code submit API. And this API takes the test cases input because in this question database we have only static contents, right? Like images, questions, constraints, and two or three examples. That's all. But here, the questions ID is passed, and from this test case database, we are extracting the test cases and the input. Yeah, we can definitely do serve this from a CDN or S3 even, but that will take some more, price. So that's why I am trying to go with all the few possibilities I have right now. But you have to scale it. We can definitely think without using database here. But right now, so I am just taking the idea of the data, questions and taking the input and test cases. And this producer is processing this data, and then it is actually publishing this event to a message queue. This is the message queue. And then this message is consumed by this online judge. This service I will be showing you a demonstration right now. So this service is another service and it has no direct connection to the user. So user cannot directly connect to this online charge. It is kept securely. So this service consuming the request, consuming the data from the message queue. This is the consumer and this is the actually online charge sit here. It is running a container and running all the test cases against the input and output and then validating an answer and then it is again producing the result to a message queue. And again, the code server is actually listening to this result queue and it is a consumer which is actually listening to this results queue and it is saving the result to a database. So it takes, I have measured that 3 to 3.5 seconds to actually run this code in the online judge. So here is an API. You can see that user has another API. It will be a polling request. So after maybe 5 or 6 seconds later, the user can request the first polling request. So when the user submits the code and submission ID is immediately returned to the user. So after 5 seconds later, the user will first pass mm, the result API with that submission ID, and then with this API, we will be fetching the result from this result database and will return the result to the user. So this is how, yeah, we can definitely decouple this service more. We can have dedicated service for this result publication only, and we can separate this so that we can more adhere to the single responsibility principle. But as I already mentioned that this is out of my scope, so that's why I coupled these two functionalities in one service only. And we can also make decouple this work service also. But as budget constraints, I can't afford actually more servers. So that's why I have coupled it into this service only. So now I will be showing a demonstration on this service only. So this is the online charge. I'll show you. I have exposed an API of this server of this service to show you how things are actually returning, how an answer is generated. So I have a request to this direct API to this server service, and let's see how actually the result is generated based on the different use cases. So let's